From 1969 to 1970, Sesame Street aired on NET, which later evolved to be PBS. For over 40 years, PBS was the loyal home of Sesame Street. However, all of that changed in 2015 when it was announced that Sesame Street would be moving to HBO for its 46th season. This was brought on due to financial problems, with Sesame Workshop having lost $11 million in 2014. Now, Sesame Street wasn't actually going away from PBS entirely, as new episodes of Sesame Street would premiere on PBS 9 months after being released on HBO. The move to HBO came many changes to the show itself. First off, the Murray segments were retired entirely after being a staple on the show since season 38. Not only that, but the character of Murray was retired entirely due to his actor, Joey Mazzarino, departing from the show in 2015. Speaking of departures, Sonia Manzano, who played Maria, retired from the show after 45 years. In July of 2016, it was believed that Bob McGrath, Emilio Delgado, and Roscoe Orman, the actors for Bob, Louise, and Gordon respectively, had been let go of the series. However, it was later confirmed to be false, and that they had only not appeared that season because no scenes had been written for them. Gordon only appears for a few seconds in one episode in season 46, by the way. Luckily, they all appeared again in season 47. Are you kidding me? Well, how about season 48? Certainly they appeared then. I mean, at that point, they'd have to. Oh my god. Okay, do they ever appear again?
We want to say welcome to the party.
Oh, okay, they get brought back for the 50th anniversary special. Okay, and then it's right back to not appearing anymore. Great. And not only are Bob, Louise, and Gordon not appearing in new segments anymore, but neither are Susan and Gina, which is like the dumbest thing ever. These actors have dedicated decades of their lives to being on the show, and the higher-ups are throwing them out like they're nothing. It is worth mentioning, however, that Gordon did eventually return to the show starting in season 54, so that's great. And possibly the most devastating blow to the show, starting with season 46, the episodes are now half an hour instead of a full hour. They had already tested this out by making half-hour reruns on PBS, but now it's just straight up replaced a full-hour format entirely. And it cannot be underestimated just how important that full hour was to the show for so long. This is where all the sketches, songs, etc. would lie. And now that the episodes have lost 30 minutes of time, they have to rush a lot more. After a few seasons of the show being on HBO, it was announced that the show would be moving over to HBO's brand new streaming service, HBO Max. The show remained on that platform for a few years. That was until we have to unfortunately enter this guy, David Zaslav, destroyer of all content, who ended the deal between Sesame Workshop and HBO, proposing content suited towards adults and families as opposed to kids shows. Following this, over 200 episodes of the show were removed from HBO Max. The show will be removed entirely from the streaming service in 2027. This left Sesame Street homeless for a few months, with Netflix swooping in and saving the day when they acquired the show's distribution rights. Starting with season 56, new episodes of Sesame Street stream on Netflix. Along with this, the show is now back to airing episodes on PBS the day they release. In 2023, the season was announced to be a major reformatting of the series, with 2 11-minute street stories plus a new animated segment, Tales from 1-2-3, as opposed to the magazine format which the show has had since its inception. When Netflix acquired the series, however, the format was changed for the show to continue just having one street segment, followed by Tales from 1-2-3, and then Cookie Monster's Foodie Truck and Elmo's World segments. Worst part of all this is a complete removal of the letter and number of the day, which, again, has been part of the show since its inception. Which, it's the letter and number of the day. You can't just get rid of this. It's a huge part of the show's identity. It's very important that Sesame Street was brought to you by the letter O and the number 67. Come on, what are we doing here? You can't just do that. What will I do? How is this?